Oh, we just love measuring children's feet.
Hello, darkness, my old friend.
What's up, everybody? My name is Eva Gil Rising. I am a CEO and entrepreneur. Last time, I kind of showed you some tips on how to actually pitch. I mean, online you see tons of different ways of how to make your pitch deck, but other than how to make your pitch deck, the most important thing is knowing how to pitch. And so after I taught you some tips on how to pitch, I thought to put it into practice and react to some pitching from Shark Tank. Now, some disclaimer. Shark Tank is a television show. So this means this is made for entertainment purposes. Now, granted, I love the sharks. Love you guys. But this is not an accurate representation of what happens most of the time. But it is a good opportunity to showcase how some pitches can be structured and kind of have a person that has done it over 100 times and won a couple of competitions react to this type of pitching. So without further ado, before we do anything else, coffee, a little bit of coffee a day keeps you wide awake.
Hi, I'm Dr. Sylvie Shapiro.
And I'm Nicole Brooks. Sharks, we are asking you for $75,000 for a 15% stake in Foot Fairy. We're both moms, and when I have to take my 4 children to the shoe store, it looks something like this. Now that is going down.
Another look on it.
Sure, nothing like showcasing to the entire nation videos of your children misbehaving a little bit.
With Foot Fairy, you'll never have to go through this. Foot Fairy is an iPad app that allows you to accurately measure your child's foot size in the comfort and convenience of your own home.
I'm a podiatrist, and parents constantly tell me they just guess their child's shoe
Again, there you go. Calling on the team. She's a podiatrist. She knows what she's saying.
size. And I see so many foot problems associated with kids wearing the wrong size shoe. This is my daughter, Sienna, and she'll be demoing the app for us today. You simply take the iPad, place your child's foot against it, wait for the chime, and presto, your child's shoe size is displayed. You then have the option of
You get what? Okay, I was called Bigfoot when I was little. What if my feet are bigger than the iPad? What are you gonna do then? Okay, okay.
going to get shoes in which you'll be linked to Zappos to a pre-populated page of shoes in your child's size.
So we at Foot Fairy hope that you Shark Fairies will help us to make every mom's life just a little bit easier.
And make sure that every child is in a proper fitted shoe. Thank you, Sienna. You can go back to Daddy now.
Thanks, Sam.
That kid was not having fun at all. She did not want to be there at all.
Hello, darkness, my old friend.
I mean, it's always good to showcase the product on a pitch, but bring a willing participant. It's just here, mommy needs your foot to be on live television. As we measure your shoe print.
Thank you. Your app is totally done now, but you'd use the money to further enhance the app. What's missing?
Oh, well, we want to build out the back-end infrastructure. So we'd love to be able to store our customer emails.
It just really gives us a way to encourage people to buy shoes, to remind them, because
You're not selling them shoes, right? Why is there an upside for that?
Oh, actually, that's our sales model. Our app is free. We have an affiliate sales model with Zappos where we get between 8 to 18%.
How many downloads of the app do you have today?
13,100.
Okay, it's a very smart model. Not sure how sustainable it could be, but it's a pretty good smart model. And again, she showcased, I think she may be the CEO because she got the numbers. Like she can spit them out, which is always good. It's just that she needs to chill on the face. She has the intense eyes.
144.
But we just launched 3 weeks ago officially.
In the 3 weeks you've been doing it, have you actually gotten a commission check from Zappos?
No.
I hate this thing. I hate how overly dramatic they are. Oh, you just launched 3 weeks ago. You still don't have a commission check? No. You know how long it takes for those to process? It's at least a net 30 most of the time. And these guys should know that. It's just all for drama. It's not good to bring down entrepreneurs.
98%
Even though they have
click-through
kind of
rate,
weird
but
products.
We cannot track our commission because there was a glitch. It was going to the Zappos app
Have you
rather than.
fixed that glitch? That's
We
a
just
very
fixed
important
that.
glitch.
That's about 3 days
click-through
ago.
rate.
It was a very
It's a
big.
very big click-through.
It's a very big
We are
click-through
very
rate, but
They're too defensive. They're talking over each other. I cannot hear what they're saying. You need to plan beforehand who's going to be answering. Most of the time, you have the expert answering the expert questions and the business person answering business questions. That way, you know where your lanes are and you're not talking over each other. Because that doesn't normally leave a good impression to investors because, as I always say, they invest in product, they invest in teams. And one of the biggest reasons why startups fail most of the time is because of the team problems.
But were you on the homepage? Like, I'm curious.
We
as
went
you
directly
launched-
from our
went from
app
there.
to
No,
a
no,
free-
but wait. I have a question. Sorry.
It's like getting crazy in here.
Let her
Here's
talk.
my question. Is Zappos doing anything to advertise you so that people are going to your app?
No, we don't need Zappos to advertise. We are confident. We spent $2,600 and got over 13.
Okay. I shouldn't. I don't know if I should say because I'm a woman entrepreneur and we are eternally optimistic to a fault and overly confident to a fault, which you have to be in this business. But one of the biggest lessons I've learned as an entrepreneur is to be able to tell yourself hard truths. And it doesn't seem these girls have been able to tell themselves those hard truths that it's not, oh, I don't need them. I don't care if you don't need them. Take every advantage possible to get your product out there. You cannot just put all your eggs in one basket. But this is more of a business stuff than the pitch stuff. But when you're pitching, if an investor that has a lot of experience is telling you a concern, you should always be able to try to validate it and explain why some of your assumptions, and even to validate their question, okay, even if this happens, this is our plan B, because you need to have a plan A, plan B, plan C. And they're just, no, you're wrong. I'm right. Shut up.
I'm right, you're wrong, shut up.
1,000 downloads in less than 3 weeks.
Also, I mean, another way to make money besides just the click-through is we'd love to have advertising and sponsorships.
But Sylvia, why don't they put you on their
We
main
have such a
site?
targeted market of
If
moms.
Let him finish the question. Sorry.
If it helps.
They should. It's an
Well,
accessory.
maybe
It's like
that's
a help
something you
to
could
their
help us with. We
customers.
would love to be on Zappos main site. We would love to.
Mark is just laughing, enjoying the show.
Did you suggest
your
it?
question.
Wow, Nicole, you're like
When
that
we-
dog in that movie. Like he's walking along doing one thing and it's a squirrel.
I'm really committed to this.
She is.
And I'm committed to showing you all how fabulous this idea is. And we
I love the passion, and it breaks my heart because I love the passion. But oh my God, girl. Oh my God, girl. This true. It's like a little dog. Squirrel. It needs to chill. It comes out a little bit desperate, which is not, it does not help investors.
know that we can make you
Why aren't
see.
you telling me you've
Nicole.
got something proprietary or a patent or a technology or software no one can emulate?
We're the proprietor. We are the. I'm a podiatrist.
You're it? But ladies, if it works and you get 10,000 orders.
We're going to get 500,000
Okay,
downloads at
you're
least.
dead before that happens.
And
You've had a
each-
great idea, there's nothing proprietary about it. Bang, the guys that care are gonna emulate this.
No, actually, they can't because what you have here is expertise and passion.
So what I know, I see your face. What he's saying there is that, okay, well, what are you doing to protect the company? Most of the time for hardware companies, they have the advantage that they can have IP or patent. For software is much more difficult to protect and patent because everything's already exists out there. So the way that they answered, they could have been better to soothe the worries, because they're worried, what if somebody copies and they just put a bunch of money? They're already not very confident in the team because they talk over each other. So a better way to answer this question is like, well, yes, This is software, as you know, is very difficult to patent. However, there's something that we have that it will take other companies much longer to be able to do. We have the connection already to the company, a relationship that's been built and we foster. We have a relationship with other moms, whatever they've done so far, that is a connection they have with us, and there's loyalty there. You can always push as much money as you want into a company, to a product, but you cannot buy loyalty. And that's what we bring. That would have been a better answer.
I'm out.
You know what? I've never seen somebody so exuberant about what they're doing as the two of you. For me, it's not a business yet. You're just at the very start. I'm out.
Nicole, I love the excitement. When you first came out, I thought it was a great idea. And my first thought was, wow, I can't believe this isn't on the Zappos website today. So the question is it such a difficult technology to create that nobody else could do it?
Who wrote the software?
We have a technology team that worked with both of us.
Where'd you get your
create-
technology team?
Where did we get them from?
Yeah.
We researched it and we found them.
But Sylvie, do you realize by virtue of that?
So the reason why they're asking this is they're giving answers to kind of avoid the topic because they don't feel confident. The reason why they ask is none of them are technology people, and they're running a technology business. So that's the flaw that they have right there. They said we researched and we picked the best. So what they're asking is, most of the time when you work with young entrepreneurs or early entrepreneurs that don't have the money to hire somebody, they will go to this developer agencies that are mostly out of the country. They can be somewhere else, and most of them, they can just steal your work. They have all your code. You don't own the code. They have it. They have all the access to it, so they can easily steal it. And the other part is that even if they don't, because some of them are great people, but even if they don't, if something fails to happen, they don't have an expert in-house to be able to do it. They depend on others.
That answer, if you were able to, as non-programming computer people, find somebody who could write it, it could be duplicated.
You know what? Anything can be duplicated.
But I guess there's nothing proprietary with
No, Robert, please don't say that.
I'm out.
So that leaves Barbara and Mark.
I think you're a perfect example of enthusiasm is not enough. You're wildly enthusiastic, but that's where it ends. It's a wild card. I don't know if it's going to work, whether you can make money on it. So I couldn't possibly invest. I'm out.
And now we've
The
left
evil
with
smile.
Mr. Mark.
If some world-renowned podiatrist walked in the door and you had to defend the product and why it's better than something
He's calling out the team.
world-renowned
Team is not
podiatrist
strong.
could create, what would you say?
Because this is what I'm passionate about.
No, forget passion. That's not the right answer. I'm trying to figure out what differentiates you.
Okay.
And if I hear the word passion again, I'm out. Because I already know you're passionate. Longer the backstory, worse the business. So, world-famous podiatrist walks in the door and says, okay.
He's giving them some very tough love, but very true. It's very true. And like, again, as an example, most of the businesses fail because of team. He knows they're passionate. It's obvious. He needs to understand how it makes them different, other than, oh, we just love measuring children's feet.
Because a vision softly creeping.
That sounded weird that I meant it to be, okay?
This entire pitch made me uncomfortable.
But it's true. That's what makes you stand out. She's a podiatrist, what experience, what credentials does she have that makes her stand out? And that's what she's looking for.
Dr. Footmom, why is yours better than something I can create?
Right.
Yeah.
So, bam, what's the answer?
He wants it fast because if they cannot say it fast enough.
Four sharks are out. Sylvie and Nicole have one more chance for a deal.
So, world-famous podiatrist walks in the door and says, okay, Dr. Footmom, why is yours better than something I can create? What is it that you brought?
Right.
So, bam, what's the answer?
Accuracy.
Why is your accuracy going to be better than something?
Because we spent over a year determining how to make this the most accurate shoe sizing
So
app.
if I did a search for app that determines child's foot size, I'm trying to get a feel for the competition, what would I see?
You would see ours, but very.
What else?
You would see a couple other apps.
They're trying to scope out competition and how they're different. They did not mention competition whatsoever, so that's a weak point.
And what about theirs is different than yours?
The mom has to put the child's foot and then slide their finger on it.
A lot of room for parental error. It is not as accurate. We really wanted ours to be convenient and accurate. That's why we went to shopping malls and had.
Is this maybe I'm not a mom, maybe I don't understand. Is this an issue with the foot sizing? You just can just grab a tape measure and just go, okay, there you go, I'm done. And you just want to be everything fancy, just slide it and just slam the kid's foot on the pad. I mean, okay. I cannot, I'm not an expert in this, I should not say.
Got it. Here's why I'm interested. I have a company called Fashion Metric, and they did a whole exhaustive analysis just on men's shirts. So if you're this body type, this is the shirt that fits you in this manner versus that manner. Sensors and metrics, I think, are going to be huge in the future. So I like this. My fear, you guys will drive me batty. They'll put me in a loony bin, right?
We would love to work with you. I mean, we really would, and we won't drive you batty. We'll work together. We will, we'll seek any of your advice that you have. I mean, I really, really want to get this to parents.
We really believe, as you said, that is the future, that we want to be able people to sit in the comfort of their own home and be able to purchase things that fit them properly, that are for their health and for their aesthetic.
I'll offer you $100,000 for 40%, but I'm going to put contingencies on it, okay? 1, I get to go through and test to make sure it works. 2, I get to go through and check to make sure that there's nothing comparable. 3, I'm going to check all the contracts to make sure that we truly do own the software and that it's well written. So.
Okay, this is a big point for Mark. He likes them. He's willing to work with very early entrepreneurs. Well, he wants a big chunk. I mean, I get it. That 40%, that's quite a chunk. And he's been smart. He's doing, and this is what normally would happen. And you present, they're interested and they will go into a due diligence. So yes, it's like, yes, I'm interested in contingent on that we go through due diligence and everything checks out. So this will be a little bit more accurate, them doing some due diligence.
Okay. 40%, yes or no?
Are they gonna take it?
Yes.
Oh, they really want it.
And if I need therapy, I get to call it off.
Yeah, that would be a dual relationship.
Thank you so much.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you. Thank you.
I love Lori. She gave them like that look. I mean, good for them. I always support women entrepreneurs that want to do a difference, whether it's stuff that I don't understand. And they really wanted the deal and they were willing to take a chunk. There's always a thought about, would you rather have a big piece of a small cake or a small piece of a larger cake? And they were thinking, I want a small piece of a large cake. They're hoping that with Mark, they can do that. I wonder where they're at now. I'm curious.
By sheer coincidence.
Well, that was interesting. Regardless if they did good on their pitch or not, I mean, props to these entrepreneurs for having the guts and to be on national television, to talk to these people that their job is to grill you. It can be sometimes if you go to a VC level, a venture capitalist in your entrepreneur journey, you may find people that do this to you, but not as intense as in this show. But I mean, props to all entrepreneurs that gave their shot. And if you have any pitches or if it's your own company or some other pitch you would like me to react to, feel free to share with us. And if you enjoy this type of videos, let us know. Share what you thought of some of these pitches down below, and make sure you keep following on our journey of sharing what it's like for being an entrepreneur. So make sure you hit that subscribe button and keep following us on all of our social medias, and keep being you and keep practicing your pitching and keep being passionate for whatever you do, or chancletazo. Take care, everybody.